starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello!
How is everyone? All four
Hi,
of you?
Chat, how are you doing?
You all had a good week since last week?
Yeah. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Shabba. Hey, Ali. I have to apologise. I'm eating pizza.
Yeah, he says, can we start 15 minutes late so I can get home and have my tea before we come on? And he never bloody does.
Didn't say about the tea. This was a bonus. I'm not used to getting it cooked. How's everybody doing? How are you doing?
Yeah, all right. Been a bit of a busy week since the last time we spoke, but yeah, doing okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Busy at work, so a couple more days in, and then I'm off for the rest of the weekend. So that's nice.
It's good to hear that our getaway in December is finally confirmed. So,
Oh no, it's not far off, is it?
no,
It's like we're gonna have a holiday lifting shit.
So who have we got then? Joanne, Shabba, Ali, and Pete. So we've got a full house tonight. We're doing well.
Thank you all.
Sorry.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah. Have you watched anything good this week? I've really struggled to find anything to watch.
Do you know what? There was a couple of things in the back of my mind. It'll probably come to me a bit later. But I watched a few things and I was like, oh, I'll have to talk about that.
Well, have a think about it when we get to the free for all because we might need some time filler.
I did finish that Alice in Borderland.
Okay, cool.
I did enjoy that. It's definitely worth a watch. I can see where you're saying if you like Squid Games, you'll like that because it is a good series. I think it's different, but it's definitely a good series.
Okay.
It's nice to hear you both. Well, what can I say, Tori? We're just nice guys. Just want to get away for a bit, I think. But yeah, it's going to be great to see him. I know Steve's already been down first because he couldn't wait. You know, but I'm hoping to sort of meet up with him and we're going to get something to eat as well. In between us lifting a load of stuff around and Chris just documenting it for a vlog.
He just keeps ordering 63 kilos of stuff and giggles every time he knows he's hitting the table.
Every week, you're like, yes, I'll order another lot.
Yeah, because I know I've got 2 mugs coming down to help me. Right, should we move on to the homework, buddy? Should we make a start? Now we've got people in.
I wanted to appreciate your hoodie there. First of all,
Halo Reach. Say,
look at that, eh?
£1 at a boot sale.
I think I got this one off well, actually. This is Imagine Dragons. You won't see it very well on there. So yeah, I got that one off. I've had it a while.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did treat myself to some brand new TK Maxx Champion trousers this week, and then realised that there's no pockets in them when I got home, which I'm devastated about.
You show us your boxes then.
Right. No, Champion trousers. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Right, homework time. Let's move on.
That was really good, that.
So the homework this week, if it never given away, was What Dreams May Come. It was
1998 film.
It was picked by Richard Knight, wasn't it? Knight's Life on last week's show. Now we watched this. Chris, new VT. We watched this not so long ago, actually. To be fair, and Lana's never seen it before. So, as you know, mate, we took weeks trying to find it. We even messaged you to see if you had a copy for us, but we managed to get it on Sky on the movie channel. I forgot how good the film was. I don't think it had as much as an impact this time round because you already know what the catch is, you already know what the twists and turns are by the time you've watched it.
I mean, the thing is that you can probably watch the trailer, and I think it would give away what the movie is. It's not like a Sixth Sense sort of thing, though, is it?
No, it's not like a Sixth Sense type of thing. It's
based on the book.
Yeah, when you watch it the first time round, it's like, all right, because the kids play different characters and of people through his life, and then obviously you realise who they are as the film goes on. Hey Pat. As the film goes on, and yeah, you do start to feel for him before obviously he dies and goes to try and rescue his wife and whatever.
So the premise of the movie, I think, is probably worth mentioning.
Yes.
I mean, you get a lot of it from the first sort of 5-10 minutes. Really, is the fact that this family lose the 2 children, and then it rolls on 4 years, and it's about like the wife struggling with her anxiety, not getting over the loss of the children, and he's a doctor, if I remember rightly, that's sort of working with kids, and then he dies in a car accident, for sort of a car accident, isn't it? It's a crash sort of thing, and he goes to heaven, and then he sort of goes from like a ghost moment, first of all, doesn't it? So it's like a ghost moment where he's not fully left the earth, and he's trying to communicate with her, and then he goes off to heaven, and she kills herself and goes off to hell, and he goes down to get her. That's generally the premise of the movie. But I think visually, I think it's one of the best movies I've seen visually.
Yeah, absolutely stunning.
When I watched it originally, because it's about his heaven is like it's one of the paintings that she's painted in it. I would say painting. So the colours in it are fantastic. It does look better in HD, to be fair. But it's definitely one of those movies where if you don't cry during that movie, you're dead from the inside. But I think the performance is great in it. I like Cuban Gooding Jr. in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's really good in it. But it's not a difficult watch. It's just one of those movies that you know you're going to get into.
Yeah, that's because you're heartless.
That's true, Chris. That's true.
It's not a difficult watch, and I wouldn't say it's a sad one. I pull it down along the lines of like City of Angels or something like that, where it's a nice heartwarming type of film, and it's not a challenge, little Steve. I didn't cry.
Honestly, sorry, it's a lovely movie, but one of the comparisons was like, if you obviously know the movie Up, and like the first sort of opening part to Up, it's pretty brutal. I think the first 4 minutes of this movie is probably just up there with the same sort of thing, really.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a certain choice that they make that the kids then go off in a car with a family, I think, or friends or something, and they obviously die. And it's just how they deal with it as a unit, as a couple. But it's a great movie.
10% of the staff, Shabba, were homeless or people that were in need. I saw that this week, or that someone posted that somewhere.
Really?
Yeah. There was one. There's one particular bloke in LA as well, isn't he? That's homeless. If you have look, he must be in about 40 different movies, because the actors just keep bringing him in to sit in the background, and that's his role. So he's a homeless movie star.
No.
But Robin Williams. There was something I read this week. I think they were trying to, with it being like Remembrance Week and all that lot and stuff like that, all the good news stories come out, weren't they? And 10% of the staff, or the 10% of the backroom crew or something, got to be homeless people or people that were in need or special needs, and sort of give them a job and give him something to do.
That's really good. I mean, you know what? You know my feelings on Robin Williams. There isn't a bad movie in my eyes, but this is definitely one of those films that when I saw years ago, it definitely stuck with me.
That's the one. The radio guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Pushes the shopping trolley around with like a boom box in it, and he's homeless, and he's in about 40 different movies. But yeah, I enjoyed the film. I think Richard must have enjoyed watching it for the 50th time around this week. But oh, here we go. Let's get rid of him. Gone. Yeah, they
keep following Chris, I think.
It probably is Chris. Way back for all those weeks that we've said that bloody Zombievers was awful. Yeah, so if you didn't see it, or if you didn't like the look of it when we were talking about it last week, or you've watched the trailer or whatever, go and watch it. It's definitely worth a watch. And I didn't cry, so I must be heartless. But
you are heartless.
It does tug on your heartstrings a little bit, to be fair. Right. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't look like many of the chat have watched it though. Leave your views in there in the chat so we can see what's gone on. Okay. Yeah, saying that they're following Chris. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Should we move on to 1997?
No, hang on a second. Hang on. Shabbatron. I don't know. Because I would say Men of Honor was a good movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. in. I think he did take... There was a few that were a bit rubbish.
Was Jerry Maguire after that?
What's that?
Was Jerry Maguire after that?
Well, this was 1998, so it might be,
because I know we did a load of shit movies. Like, was it?
96 was like Jerry Maguire.
What was it? Boat Trip and Snow Dogs and
Snow Dogs. Yeah, I've got that somewhere.
He did a lot of like the kiddie type of films, didn't he?
Yeah.
Night's Life saying Boat Trip was funny. That was one where they go on the gay cruise, wasn't it? And they didn't realise what it was when they were booking the tickets.
Yeah, Jerry was before. You're right, Shabbatron. Jerry was before it. I'm just saying. I think there was a few of them that I think he's made some decent movies as well as some really terrible ones. To be fair, I don't think his performances in them were terrible. I think it was just the movies themselves. But yeah.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah, go for it.
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Right. I couldn't remember. I put my pad, and it was on the bed over there. Do you know why that was? Because what did I do?
You're drawing like one of your French maids, like French girls.
What did I do 3 minutes before I come on live?
Written down your answers.
I kicked the cup of tea all over the carpet.
Yeah.
So I must have threw the pad over there so I could go and clean up before Lana killed me. Right. Okay. So 1997. If the chat would like to leave the comments in there about what their best movies of 1997 was, good, bad, worst, whatever, while we're discussing it. Highest grossing actor of 1997.
Oh. Will Smith.
Nope. Not even in the top 5.
Harrison Ford.
Nope.
Nicolas Cage.
No, he was number 7.
7?
He's quite far down on the list, yeah.
Yeesh. John Travolta.
He's number 2.
Getting close. I should just look these up and then just look like I'm doing really well with them. Just like, yeah, of course I know that.
If you say enough things with confidence, people start to believe you, Steve. Unfortunately, I have the answers here.
Right, so we've got, in the chat, we've got Nick Cage, Tom Cruise, John Travolta, Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't think he would have been Leo because he was still quite young doing that though, wasn't he? I think was it Leo?
Junie's got it.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Films that contributed to his success that year.
What is the year before?
Bearing in mind some of these were from 1995 and 1996. So, Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
The Birdcage.
Yes.
Jumanji.
Okay.
Jack. And Flubber. So he must have had a couple of them that went through like VHS releases or whatever that year.
When you're doing this, you need to look at 98 because it's more relevant, isn't it? I mean, 96, we're guessing movies. I mean, that's a lot of movies. That's 2 years at least worth of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they must have started counting VHS releases at that point. For that year.
Yeah, maybe.
Unless he sold like Flubber to like Haven and whatever, and he got the rights to.
So what's the list then?
What's the list? Pierce Brosnan, number 5.
That would be Tomorrow. Okay, yeah, no, it wouldn't, would it? Tomorrow Never Dies.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, John Travolta, and Robin Williams.
Wow. Okay. Hey, Junie. Wow, that's.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Highest grossing movies for that year. Now, I was surprised at this list when I saw what was released.
Right, I'm going to have a guess. I'm going to have a guess.
Go on.
Number 1, I'm going to go with Men in Black.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm going to go with Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
Because you just Googled this as we've been talking. Go on, yeah.
My phone is there. Then I'm going to go with probably Titanic.
No. Titanic's in the top 5, but it's not number 3. It's number 5.
The Fifth Element.
No.
Con Air.
No.
Okay. Right. So that I'm finished there.
Event Horizon wasn't in there either, Shabba. Number 3 was Liar Liar.
Jim Carrey.
And number 4 was Air Force One with Harrison Ford.
Get off my plane. Yes. I should have thought of that one, to be fair.
I did love Air Force One. I loved the concept of Air Force One. I thought that was really, really good.
But I'm thinking about it, right? Men in Black, obviously, that would have been word of mouth because that was a relatively unknown movie, but then it went really big, didn't it?
I don't know. I thought Men in Black had a good run-up to it, didn't it? Because it had a song and everything else. So a
lot of merchandising.
It was quite well publicised for a Will Smith movie.
And then you've got, obviously, the next Jurassic Park, and after the first one, I'm not surprised it was up there. I just wonder how many people walked out of there thinking it was nowhere near as good as the first one.
It wasn't anywhere near as good as the first one, but then again, I don't think you could beat the first one because you knew what you were expecting in the second one.
Yeah, that bar was pretty high, though.
Yeah, you knew what the graphics and the effects and everything were going to be like, or you would expect it to be bigger and better, but it wasn't. It was just more of them.
Yeah.
And then to be let down by the 3 films that followed on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the two remakes of the first 2 that we've had so far. No that the Minion's going to be a remake of.
Not remakes. They're brand new movies, standalone.
Right, director that year. Do you want to take a guess?
But we're talking about the year before again.
Yeah.
No.
No. Anthony
Spielberg.
Minghella was the director. I think I pronounced that right. Minghella.
And what was that for?
For The English Patient.
Yeah, that was massive, that, wasn't it?
Mm.
That won so many awards. Alive. #alive. Yeah. Imagine if it happened now with our first one with Joe. I probably would have said something like James Cameron, Joanna.
Yeah. I would have, but no, apparently not. But that's one film I've not watched is The English Patient. I don't know what that is.
Well, don't say it too loudly. We'll be watching it next week by the end of the show.
Why?
I've not seen it either. I've not seen it either.
Okay. Is that an executive decision? Is that homework one?
No, it's not. No, it's not. We'll leave it to the chat. I'd rather leave it to the chat.
Okay. So we've sort of gone through that bit. Like I say, the Robin Williams films, I'll have to look into them properly because I know Jack and Jumanji were the year or two before this. So that, like I say, it must be VHS releases and whatever. But I remember watching Flubber when we were at one of the holiday camps. They had it on one of the sports halls on a big projector. So I wonder if the licensing for that must have got sold off, or was it just a dodgy copy of VHS and just played it over the projector? Rachel
Waltz. Shaba's put it has Rachel Waltz in James Bond's wife. What's that? Oh, the English Patient. And that's what he's talking about.
I tell you which film I do like with Rachel Waltz in is the Enemy at the Gate with Jude Law. About Sterling
do you like movies by Jude Law?
Yeah.
You ever seen The Phone Shop, the TV series Phone Shop or Phone Store?
No. I'm not into crap comedy or anything like that.
It's funny.
It drives Lana nuts. She wants to watch what's that one with your buddy G in it?
Who?
Is it your buddy G? What's the
buddy G?
Yeah. What's the film that he's in? That's out now.
I don't know. You'll have to ask the chat because I'm not sure on that one. Buddy G.
Yeah. What they do like the DJing?
The DJ?
Yeah, not Kevin and Perry. They were on last week. I don't know. It'll come to me. Lana's obviously not watching, or she would have commented. Right. What's your hit list? Yeah. What was the film called, Lance? That you made me watch the other week when they went over to Japan or wherever it was.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, we had to watch it.
People just do nothing.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that type of comedy.
I can't believe you've never seen The Phone Shop. It's brilliant.
No. Is that the same as Phone Booth? Is that the same as Phone Booth with Colin Farrell?
No, it's a TV series. It's on Channel 4, actually, I think. But it's funny. It's funny. You just don't like very budget comedies.
This is why we struggle to find something to watch. What's your top movies of 1997?
Okay, well, I'll go with my top 5. Number 5, The Full Monty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I need to explain that. Number 4, Men in Black. Number 3, The Fifth Element. This would be higher if it was, I think, if it weren't what's above it. Number 2, Titanic. I could watch it again, but at the time it was just, I really liked it. I thought I've got a fascination with the Titanic, so, and I know that's not exactly accurate, but I do like the film. And Con Air is number 1.
Well, I do
What's
like
that?
Con Air, but I do like Con Air, but I don't think it was me best one of that. Like Lana saying, is phone shopping the same era as Balls of Steel? Now I love Balls of Steel, but I also love what's it, Impractical Jokers.
I can't be the only one that has seen this bloody program.
You're making it up, mate. You're making it
I'm
up.
not.
It's too tight on your head and it's squeezing your brain. So,
Well, somebody bought it for me.
so I went with the top 6. Con Air's in my top 6, but I do love Con Air. I do really enjoy that film, and I could watch it time and time again. I've also got The Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. I've got The Full Monty. Sorry?
Yeah. I'll let you finish. Go on.
Yeah, I've got Full Monty. Then I've got the best war film ever made in Starship Troopers.
I knew you were going to put that in. The second I saw it on the list, I was like, yeah.
It's got to be in there, Starship Troopers. You know, if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Then I've got Face Off and The Fifth Element.
You see, I remember watching The Fifth Element at the cinemas, and it was just brilliant. It was such a great film. I still watch it every now and again, but that's why it was sort of my top 3 easy. But Con Air I can put on any time.
Yeah,
put that on any time.
The Fifth Element, though, if you've just got 2.5 hours of your life that you don't need back, just sit back and enjoy it.
But you see, the couple of that I had that were honourable mentions. I've got Good Will Hunting, but the reason I didn't pick that in the top 5 was because I didn't see it straight off the bat. So I'm trying to do it as fairly as I can. Whereas, obviously, at the time I watched these movies. Austin Powers, number 7, International Man of Mystery. Number 8, Devil's Advocate, which, ironically, I might have subconsciously done it, but the other day I put on the steelbook of it. I watched it again. It is a cracking movie. It really is. But there's that particular speech with Robert De Niro where he's going on about God, having a laugh. It's brilliant. What's that?
Al Pacino, not Robert
Al
De Niro.
Pacino, that's what I meant. Yeah. The Borrowers.
Yeah.
And just for some of the people in the chat, number 10, Spice World.
Spice World.
Spice World was out in 1997. I had to put it in there. I was like, there's no way I'm missing that. Yes, Spice World. What a terrible, terrible movie that is. Terrible.
Yeah, Ashley saying here that she loved The Fifth Element and she loved the visual effects. It is superb.
Yeah.
And it's Chris Tucker, isn't it? Not Chris Rock. It's Chris Tucker that's in it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I just love how silly he is with the costumes and his one-liners and trying to be like a radio host or whatever he is. It's just absolutely brilliant. But The Fifth Element, have I still got a copy of that?
Yeah, I've got it somewhere down here. What about Dave's brought it up, Donnie Brasco?
Yeah, it's a good film. I don't think it'd make me top 5, but it'll be one. If I had it to hand and I was looking for something to watch at a stretch, I'll probably put it on.
I just going back to Shabbatron there. I remember playing. Hey, stop playing. I remember playing the Fifth Element game. It was PlayStation 1, I think, wasn't it?
That's what
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what he's put there, PlayStation 1.
Yeah. And Jean-Paul Gaultier designed the costumes.
Mm-hmm.
That does make a lot of sense, doesn't it? Oh, hey, Tap Peddler, thanks for joining. Oh my God, me and my friends actually paid money to go and watch that in Chester Oden.
Is that you didn't enjoy it?
Huh?
Is she saying she never enjoyed The Fifth Element?
Is it The Fifth Element or is it Spice World? Because I can appreciate it if it's Spice World. Because Because I was saying Dave Repairs, and I was. Ashley said she was a Spice Girl. So, Ashley, I think I've actually mentioned this on Chris's too. I definitely mentioned it on movie chats. This is why I think we've done this subject before. Is I remember watching the Spice Girls when they came to Manchester.
It was Spice Girls. Spice World was homework when we were on Chris's channel.
Yes, that's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
it was
actually
homework when we were on Chris's channel
paid good money to book tickets about 2 years in advance to go and watch them, and then I got there and realised I was probably one of the oldest people there, even as a teenager.
Because you actually made me sit there and watch it so we can talk about it.
Yes, I remember now.
And you and Chris just geeked out for about 20 minutes over the bloody Spice Girls. Remember the episode well?
It was a masterpiece. It started.
Yeah, so I think there was some really good Spice Up. I think there was some good films in 1997. Like I said, The Devil's Advocate stands out for me. Face Off was absolutely superb. I think John Travolta and Nicolas Cage were absolutely brilliant in that. And then
did you pick that over Con Air?
Yeah.
No, get off.
Yeah. If I had the choice of Face Off or Con Air, I put Face Off on.
So much more action in Con Air.
Do you think?
Nothing makes me sadder than an angel lost his bladder in the airplane.
See, I like that scene with
thanks.
Virus singing over the radio to them and stuff. But they put the bunny back in the box and the stewardess, what's the
what's the implied entertainment for today?
Yeah. You'll like this one, Cyrus. It's called "You'll Never Make Love to a Woman Ever Again." The brilliant lines, but I think that whole shootout between Castor and John Travolta's a character in Face Off, where they've got I think it's Somewhere Over the Rainbow on, and she puts the headphones over the kid, and they're all getting shot. I just think that scene's superb. I was laughing at Z's Evening Z. I was laughing at Z's latest video, by the way, just going off the tangent where he's talking about going to Burger King and then getting a 3-pack of Turkish delights and then going to get some hot wings on the way home. Lana turned around and said to me, "That reminds me so much of me, because I do that. I go to McDonald's and order a Big Mac meal with 2 double cheeseburgers."
Wait,
and then
Alex, me. Sorry, just got to stop you there. There's definitely a winner. Yeah. See, Alex, can't forget Batman and Robin.
No, I thought you all had taste on this channel.
Right, guys, can you tell me? Hey, Aid, can you tell me? Would you pick Con Air over Face Off, or the other way around? We need to settle this argument, because this is like,
Con
what
Air
do we call having a fun? It's that level now.
Yeah. And I think it was really good to see John Travolta play a bad guy. Because he did flirt in and out with it, didn't he? When he was doing like Broken Arrow and
I need a page for hours. I need a peach for hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Con Air, come on.
See, we're tied 2 for 2 here. Ashley went for Con Air, and I thought we went for Face Off. See, it must just be a man thing, Steve. Face Off.
Really? Is it? Oh yeah, because I fell in love with Nicolas Cage and his long hair, blowing in the wind as he got off the plane.
He fell in love with Cameron Poe.
He didn't do anything wrong, mate. He accidentally killed someone, defending a woman.
Self-defense.
Cut off.
Evening, Aid. Nice of you to join us, mate. Yeah, so Face Off over Con Air any day of the week. All right. What else is on my? What else can we do comparisons of that of then?
Well, there's only one Con Air, mate. You know what I mean? Can't be done.
Thank God there's
I
only
mean,
one.
Titanic or Titanic 2 is a difficult one to try and pick the bones out of, because that was fucking shocking. That second one. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But like, it's going back to the actual conversation. There was so many movies that year. Like, I can't believe I put Devil's Advocate on the other day. Literally, just put it on, and I've only realised sort of today. I was like, I'm going to say that was 1997.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of movies around that back end of the 90s. You know, that were just really good. I mean, they were the movies like you're talking about, like Nicolas Cage. They were the good Nicolas Cage movies, weren't they? Well, that was that. He couldn't do wrong for he couldn't do wrong in anything with it back then. I think it was Snake Eyes as well back then as well.
No, Snake Eyes tears me right down the middle, because I like Snake Eyes. I like how silly Snake Eyes is, but then I also hate Snake Eyes is.
John Woo movies. Yeah, that's it. That's very true. Yeah, the John Woo movies. Yeah. He's such a good director.
There you go. Dave, watch Face Off and Con Air. I reckon Steve's first video. Forget your Robin Williams top 5 and 5. Forget Robin Williams top 5 and 5, mate. I'll do that one. I've waited 3 months for you to do that. I reckon your first film should be the pros and cons of Face Off versus Con Air.
The pros and cons.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good first video.
But we know the winner, so it's Batman and Robin over both, says Alex. Oh my God. Yeah, the game came out in 1997. That's another good one. Michael Douglas in it.
Yes, there you go. Dave's got this right. Dave, do you want to be co-host on next week's movie chat?
Dave's just sucking up, mate. He's sucking up. There's no way. Starship Troopers now.
I remember Dave coming to my defense when I was on Chris's channel over Starship Troopers. You and Chris tried to bully me.
Changed that, hasn't it?
You and Chris tried to bully me then, but at least this time I've got a mute button for you.
That peddler. Only seen Con Air about 4 months ago. Can't believe you haven't seen it. Compare and contrast, yeah. Have you actually watched the game with Michael Douglas?
Yes.
I'm trying to wrap my brains as if whether I'd seen it or not.
See, the chat are agreeing with me on Starship Troopers, so they agreed with me on Face Off, and they've agreed with me on Starship Troopers.
I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm just saying he bigs it up like it's bloody Aliens.
I don't big it up like Aliens.
You bloody do.
I don't. Aliens is in a completely different league, but Starship Troopers is an absolutely brilliant war film.
Well, if you had to compare between Aliens and Starship Troopers, which would it be?
Well, considering one's a mega budget movie, like an action-packed sequel, and another one was not a mega budget movie, and they used costumes and stuff from other shows and stuff like that to do it.
Justifying it, just tell me. Stop pussyfooting around.
I'd have Aliens over Starship Troopers, but
there we go. There's the truth coming out.
But I'd have Starship Troopers over bloody Con Air.
He's very much up on his directors, isn't he? Just brilliant, David Fincher. Yeah, there's a few good David Fincher movies.
I've never seen Starship Troopers. But the interesting fact about Starship Troopers, though, is that the uniforms that they wear in Starship Troopers, they went on to be. They used them in Firefly.
Yes, the Firefly program that was going to last forever and give it 2 series or whatever. One series.
Give it 1 series, and it finished halfway through the series, and it was just down to bad production by the studio in the end.
So because I remember that being in Big Bang Theory, where Sheldon says this will be on forever or something.
It should have been. Should have been a A Western in space it was going to be, wasn't it?
So what do we rate The Lost World?
I don't know what's going on here. No, you just talked and something just popped up on my laptop. Well, get off.
Hey up, what's going on?
You said, what did you rate? And now all of a sudden I've got share prices pop up on me. How the hell do I get rid of that now?
It's all them funny sites you've been going on.
It's Lana's laptop.
It's all the funny sites Lana's been going on.
How do I get off this now?
An alien crock of shit. See, there's the top movie critic Sharon at it again. Bit alien crock of shit. Hey Porkies, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Thanks, Sharon.
I want to see more. I want to close.
Also, I love John Cusack movies. Grosse Point Blank was also one of the best films that I've ever seen.
I love Grosse Point Blank. I love that film. Lana just finds it ridiculous. But I love it.
Have you sorted the laptop out yet?
Yeah, I've sorted it. I'm no longer looking at share prices in Meghan Markle. Don't know how she ended up coming on.
The propaganda is brilliant in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Hanks from Breaking Bad is also in the movie. I didn't pick up that he was in that, to be honest. It's a long time since I've seen it. Yeah, Chasing Amy, that was another one I missed out on. Chasing Amy was out in 97.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen Chasing Amy?
Yes, I've seen all of the Kevin Smith stuff.
I think he's down there, actually. Yeah. Chasing Amy, Clerks, and Jay and Silent Bob. I've got the Silent Bob strike.
It was Chasing Amy, Clerks, Mallrats.
Yeah, Mallrats I've got as well.
Jane, Silent Bob.
Is that one of them?
Yeah, Dogma. Dog. It was only because of Jane, Silent Bob that, but the others all sort of interlink, don't they?
What's that from Stu? Hey, Stu, by the way. I like Dodgy Troopers. It did take some inspiration from World War II American newsreels along. Yeah, it did. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I like it, but it's just, I think Steve has a shrine somewhere in the bedroom of it.
If anyone can get me a Starship Troopers bug, one of the arachnids, I'd love you.
Richie's probably sold 3 of them this week.
I'd love you forever.
As Copland with Civil. Yeah, the thing is with Copland is he had to put a lot of weight on for that, didn't he? Sylvester Stallone. I remember watching something about that where he'd had to put so much weight on for it. Oh my God! AIDS joined the completion team of Breaking Bad. My Lord!
I watched an episode of Breaking Bad.
Wow, where are you at?
It just does not tickle me fancy whatsoever. But then again, I said that about Sons of Anarchy, and I loved that by the end of it. I binge watched that.
You need to watch Breaking Bad because I need to watch Sopranos because I've still not got into that yet. George of the Jungle. Hey, yeah, that was a good one. Totally, David. I watched. Pretty sure there's a couple of those books under Andrew's sofa. Yeah, you're probably right, there, Stu. Bless him.
Come on, then. Let's.
Right, I must have it. That was seamless, mate. Nobody would have known.
No one would have known that whatsoever. My effects on that was just as good as Starship Troopers. Right, so you've had 45 minutes of me and Steve ranting on as much as you could probably cope by now. So I've put the link in the chat. Feel free to come on, discuss anything that you've been watching.
Tell Steve how good Con Air is, please.
This segment is the free for all, so we open it up to you guys. I tell you what we are about to finish season 3 of which is Brassic. So I said to you the other day, I said to you the other day, didn't we? We were just finding it and we were just starting to watch it, and we've got 1 episode left now of the 3rd season. We've just hammered it, and I absolutely love it. I love the fact that it's technically self-contained episode, so you can miss an episode and you won't. You don't know. You can switch off for 10 minutes and you don't need to worry about something popping back up 3 episodes down the line or whatever.
Yeah,
but it is absolutely brilliant, and I'm just so glad that they've put them all on Sky On Demand so we can just binge watch them.
Yeah, I've still not started season 3 yet, but the first 2 seasons I absolutely loved. I thought it was so funny. But I'm glad you've sort of stuck it out, because it's definitely a really good program. And I said before, that guy is such a great actor, the main guy in it. Really good. But I liked him in This Is England anyway.
Yeah. Shab is saying that I've got to watch 2 episodes of Breaking Bad. If I don't like it, leave it. Junie's saying love Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, it's definitely a binge watcher, that one. But yeah, the Brassic. If you've not seen Brassic, and I don't know why we missed it the first 2 seasons. I can't.
It was on Sky One. It was on Sky One, so it was one of those where if you didn't watch it on Sky One, you weren't going to see it.
Yeah, but it's definitely worth a watch, and I'll be interested to see if there's going to be another series, because I think it's getting to that point where there's only so much silly stuff that group of friends can do.
Get into.
Yeah.
You still, for me, you still can't beat that first episode where they're in that van, that little van thing. You just can't beat that.
Do you know what? I was Googling, and I've been on the Auto Trader to buy a Bedford Rascal. I just, Lana loves them so much, and I just think it'll be so much fun to drive it.
Mate, it's so small.
Yeah, a little Bedford Rascal.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good for Lana's eBay business, I reckon.
Rich, if you get a chance, mate, watch that Brassic. Honestly, it's not a long thing. It's an English program, isn't it? So
I think is it 6 to 8 episodes a series?
Yeah. Usually with England,
they're about 45 minutes to an hour long.
Yeah,
but
it just make you giggle.
It is just cringe-worthy laughing all the way through it, and I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, moving Chris.
Oh, can you imagine?
In the Bedford Rascal. I think we get one of his bundles that he's ordered in it.
63 kilos of American-style clothing.
Yeah.
All right, that's it done. Who's pushing?
Yeah, but no, that'd be brilliant. What else have I watched this week? I don't think I've watched anything of note this week. Just lots of YouTube.
I watched lots of YouTube.
Yeah,
I know. I prefer films. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Rich. I do love my films. I'm trying to think what it is I watched the other day. I literally sat down. I was like, I'll remember that when I go on movie chats. I can't remember what the bloody hell it was now.
Devil's Advocate?
No. I did. There was something else I put on that I wanted to watch, but it's gone now anyway. I don't know if we've got a section. We got a section this week. Are we doing pickups this week? Because I've got a few to show.
Oh, have you got a few to show off? I sort of skipped it because I don't think we had many.
No, that's fine. I'll just run through it quickly. I want to watch this again, but it's only on DVD. But it's the Client. I like Tommy Lee Jones. I remember watching that a while back. This turned up today, which I'd ordered on Tinterweb. Sing. Funnily enough, I never picked it up the first time around, but I've always loved the movie. And there's another one.
Sing 2.
Yes. There's another one due out soon, but the soundtrack is brilliant. This one is one I haven't seen, which is Monkey, the movie. So I remember the TV show, so I'm hoping it's off the back of that. So I need to pick up the TV show from back in the 90s.
Sharon, I'll give you the same advice I give everybody else. Get through the second episode before you make your mind up of it.
She said she's watched the first 3.
Sorry, I thought it said the first one. I've missed the 3. Yeah, if you haven't liked it by then you probably won't.
Here's an interesting one I haven't seen, but it's going in the premium collection down there. Death Trap. I put it on the Instagram, but it's Michael Caine and Christopher Reeves in it. So I'm hoping that's good. I looked at trailers and it doesn't seem too bad, but I think it's a bit like a Clue sort of thing, or a murder mystery sort of thing. But yeah, it's one for the premium collection up there, number 144. So yeah, I've got them to add.
Season 4 of DS9 was the soft reboot of the series. That's what saved it, Susan. So that's where Worf comes back for Way of the Warrior, isn't it?
Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, Star Trek.
King Richard with the missus. Oh, Shabbatron's been watching King Richard with the missus on Tuesday. 8.5 out of 10.
Oh,
yes, I've seen the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer of that now. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. Speaking of trailers, I went back and watched the trailer again for the Spider-Man movie.
Did you hear the interview that they had with the Disney executives over Spider-Man?
No.
One of the reporters asked the question, instead of asking, is there multiple Spider-Mans in this movie? He asked the question, is Spider-Man in the movie? And he went, the answer was, of course Spider-Man's in the movie. It's a fucking Spider-Man movie. I understood what they meant to ask, but they asked if Spider-Man is Spider-Man in the the Spider-Man movie.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, go on. I jumped in there, mate. You've rewatched the trailer and what?
I was just saying, I rewatched the trailer because I watched a couple of YouTube videos about the villains and stuff, and obviously there's looking like there's going to be about, although it's based on around like the Sinister Six, there seems to be whether the last one's going to be referenced or not, because there's only technically there's only like five villains in it that you can see. So whether they reference the Rhino or not, I'm not sure.
I think you're talking about Strange New Worlds, Dave, not Enterprise.
Oh, you're talking about something else there, mate? Because I'm literally talking to you about Spider-Man.
No, yes. They never mentioned Rhino. However, Rhino was one of the Sinister Six that was in the end cutoff scene for the Amazing Spider-Man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
When they walk through Oscorp's lab and you see Doc Ock, the Rhino, Scorpion, and
Sandman.
No, it was the other. It was the wings.
Oh, is that Vulture?
Vulture, and obviously Vulture was in Spider-Man Homecoming, wasn't he?
So yeah, I mean, at the minute I'd seen a clip where they were going on about the Sandman was in it.
Yeah.
That's some sad news this week, isn't it? Dean Stockwell, 85 years old, has died. So Al from Quantum Leap, bless him. It's a bit of a sad day with that one.
Yeah. Oh, Picard. Yeah. January, I think Picard season 2 is, Dave.
No, I don't think it did. I know that there was comics because I've got them. And books as well. There was books, but I don't think there was a movie.
It was an extended episode, wasn't it? The first episode was an hour and a half long.
True. But there was a couple of double episodes. I wonder, like the last one was a double episode, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, but they do the same with everything else, don't they? Because the Battlestar Galactica episode, The Plan, which was the 2-episode pilot, that was classed as a movie, and so was the one for, was it called Razor, which brought back the Pegasus. That was classed as a Battlestar Galactica movie, but it was the extended episode in Series 4, if I remember. But they've got a habit of doing that, haven't they? Bringing these special episodes in as one-offs.
Yeah. It's one of those.
It was strange, Sharon, because I don't think they realised that it was going to be the end. I think they were sort of leaving it open for another series, and it never happened.
I found one of them B movies this week. Extinction, Jurassic Predators.
You can give that to Chris as a house moving present.
Shh! Don't tell him.
Here you go. Yeah, I know you're getting rid of a load of crap DVDs, but there's another one for you.
I don't think she'd notice if we slipped a couple in for him. A little note in saying you're welcome.
So, if you guys want to give Chris a moving present, feel free to send him anything to me and Stephen. We'll take it down for you. He likes car tires and DVDs.
Also, come in handy if we break down on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good, mate. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice. I say it's going to be a nice break. I think we're going to go home knackered, to be fair, but
I don't know. I reckon we'll get it done Saturday morning, then we can hit the pub.
Is that how it looks?
That's how it's happening.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wash it out. Oh, did I show you that one as well? There's another one. I think I've shown it before, but Jurassic Shark. Look at that.
What? When you go into CEX...
These ain't CEX, mate.
What?
These ain't CEX. These are all charity shop.
Oh, right. So when you go in, do you just go, where's the shit section?
Yeah, basically. Well, at the time, don't forget, at the time, we were on a B-movie kick, weren't we? Because our esteemed host has a thing for B-movies.
Because that's the only thing he's got in his collection.
I think so, yeah. But then it was like when we watched Titanic 2, and then I realised I actually had Titanic 2 already.
Titanic 2?
Yes. Don't get me started on that. There's definitely a Titanic 2. It's a proper like Channel 5 movie.
Tori saying she loves road trips. It'll be a good laugh. The fact that when he asked me which hotel that we booked, Tori, and I accidentally give him 2 wrong names.
Mate, Tori, I said to him, right, I'm looking at booking this now, mate. Where have you booked? And he gave me 3 different hotels in the space of 3 minutes. And he's not even staying in the bloody place he's telling me he's staying.
No, I had to wait for Lana to come in and I said, you did say the Holiday Inn, didn't you? She went, no, I didn't. I was like, right, for some reason I told him the Holiday Inn.
I'm like, it's not showing up.
I don't think there's a Holiday Inn in Torquay.
There isn't one there. He's proper giving me the run around here. Get Lana on. I need to find out.
Yeah.
I've asked him to put another bed in yours, so we're all right.
Oh, you're in the cot, are you?
No, Lana's staying in there. Me and you are sleeping together, mate, top and tailing.
Oh.
Old school. I'll get me sleeping bag. I'll bring me sleeping bag. Sorry, I'm just knocking over DVDs.
Zombie City fans, Titanic. Yeah. Oh, Shabba mentioning zombies then. Have you seen Army of Thieves.
Yes.
Apparently, it's a prequel to the Army of the Dead or something.
Oh no. I know what you mean now. No, I haven't watched it yet. I think it's on Netflix, isn't it? Because that Army of the Dead, I enjoyed that. That visually, that was another great movie.
Yeah.
It was a bit of fun, that.
Because I was expecting a sequel, but apparently we've got a prequel.
Oh, it's a prequel, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, Tamabel, hope you're well. Thank you for coming along. Yes, it stars Shane. Is this Joanne answering the question about Titanic 2?
Possibly, yes.
I'm not digging it out. I'm telling you though, I do own it, but it's not specifically called Titanic 2. It's Titanic's. Oh my god, what's it called? It is so bad. I think he actually did like a watch along for it. Yeah, he did. I remember now. He did a watch along on his channel.
Right, yeah. Just after he did Killer Clowns, was it? Was it the second film he did?
Yeah, I think so. But it's not called Titanic 2. It's not, at least not the version I picked up. What's it called? But yeah, it's so cheesy, mate. It's so bad.
Speaking of cheesy, let's do the wheel.
Oh, okay.
Let's do the wheel. See if
It's something like Titanic Abyss, if I remember rightly.
Can you see the wheel?
Hang on. Yes, we've seen the wheel. I can confirm the wheel is on the screen.
Here we go. Are we ready?
Born ready. Oh, Sweeney said there's no zombies in that.
1977.
Oh, God.
1977.
Wow. Okie dokie.
1977. Here we go.
I think we say pretty much every week we've got to we've got to take those 70s movies out. That's what we're getting rid of them. Copyright strike, Dave says.
No, you can't get copyright strike for having 80s porno movie music.
That's how you got the music, was it?
Yeah, I took an extract off that DVD you sent me the other day.
Nope, not Star Wars. Close Encounters. Poor music much. Yes, Sharon, that was definitely Steve's music that he chills to of an evening.
Yeah.
Right, so what are we going to do about this movie then? We need to figure out a movie to watch. If no one's going to come on and tell us, then please put it in the chat. What would you like us to watch this week? Enlighten us with something good to watch.
I think it's just naming all films now from 1977.
Right, okay.
What was the other film from last week? We had, was it Shabba with Good Will Hunting?
Might have been. I'd write it down now. Mind you, I've got 3 different books going on, so could be either of them.
Was Shabba walking?
Actually, I've got a feeling it was a mad little Nintendo one.
Yeah, I'm sure Shabba said Good Will Hunting, or was he just naming the film from that year that we just mentioned?
I fancy putting that on. Do you know what that is? That any good?
I've never seen it.
I dug it out the other day. I was like, I might put it on, but I never got around to it.
Deep Blue 3. I take it is that Deep Blue Sea 3.
1977, James Berlin, The Car. Slapshot, that's a good movie. Deep Blue, yeah, I think it might be Deep Blue Sea 3, I think. Sex Lives of the Potato Men, that's a good one. That's a 90s movie, isn't it?
Hmm. I don't know. Is there nobody that fancies coming on live then? No, to come and have a chat and discuss him. Smokey and the Bandit. That's another good one.
Mm. I have an array of DVDs here, I'm sure, and Blu-rays. I'm sure I might find something.
Well, I'm not having you pick one of yours because it'll be an obscure one I'll never find.
This is what I was going on about this the other week. That TV series, have you ever seen it?
No.
I enjoyed it. It's like a carnival that's got a magic cape. Say magic cape, that's his weapon, but I think it only ran for one series, but it's actually quite good. It's got Vinnie Jones in it as well. I forgot about that.
Oh, right, okay.
I know. I forgot. I'm definitely missing a box.
I think everyone's realizing now that 1997 is just Star Wars year. They can just imagine me next week geeking out over Star Wars.
Oh, it's Star Wars, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it for me.
Have you never seen Star Wars?
Of course I have. I've got a multitude of collection. I've got all the Blu-rays and I got these ones as well. The DVDs.
Oh, then yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Research Star Wars, Steve, because you know we're going to talk about it quite a bit next week.
I've seen them all.
And I'm just going to be looking like this.
Oh God. Tam and Bell, The Spy Who Loved Me. Film straight out of Compton. That's a great film, Tori.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to drill some breathing holes into that.
I'm waiting for the day your head gets stuck in it.
I might be big, but my head isn't. Don't worry about it.
Just don't be growing that hair any longer, will you?
That might give me a bit of comfort, actually, a bit of bounce on the helmet.
What about The Spy Who Loved Me?
Yeah,
Get a Bond one, then.
Should we go with that one?
We've not had a Bond film yet, have we?
No.
We'll go with that. I like that idea, Tori. Cheers for that. It was actually Tori. No, it wasn't. It was Bad Wolf. Sorry. I appreciate that one.
I posted the link.
I'm over here. Fucking chair, honestly. See you in a bit. Fucking chair. Right.
No, that new Tom Hanks film, though, Chris, that you're talking about, that sort of come out of nowhere, didn't it? And it sort of hit all the adverts on streaming sites and stuff. I don't know. Is it gone straight to stream, or has it gone to DVD? Gone to cinema?
There's me sorted. Got my collection.
Jesus, Night's Life. You could walk around Liverpool and pick a real life Barbie doll up if you wanted one. They're all plastic up there.
Fuck off, a live version of Barbie.
Have you just read that?
Can't wait until he's selling the merch for it. The bloody bits off it, sorry.
You can just imagine him. Well, I got these plastic tits off this actress.
Can you imagine? Richard's missus going, what the fuck is these in the doing in the house? The screen used tits.
It's on Apple TV. Well, I don't know. Is Apple TV any good? I haven't got Apple TV, so I've never watched anything on it. Is it good as a streaming service? Is it worth paying for?
I think Chris pays for it.
I know he probably doesn't pay for it, but most people legally would have to pay for it.
I just think, like, you could go mental, couldn't you? You could literally just be spending 60, 70 quid a month on different streaming services.
Yeah.
There's that many of them.
Oh, speaking of what's out this week, is the Rocky 4 remake out this week?
I think it was out last week.
Was it? I thought it was the 15th.
It might be. I know. I think I'd seen people on the chat saying that they booked the tickets for it. But
I thought it was the 15th. That's what I'm looking out for. So,
well, hang on a second. This just got interesting. Richard said Margot Robbie's playing Barbie. I need to check this now.
Clearly a lockdown film. 1 actor, a dog, and 2 robots. Yeah. What?
Well, isn't a trailer.
What did I watch that was like that on Netflix with Anthony Mackie in it? He's like a cyborg army man.
In what?
The Anthony Mackie one.
It's all right. I'm all right, Dave. At the minute, there's no trailer. But cheers.
Richard never watched a Rocky film. Oh.
Hang on, 60, 70.
New Ghostbusters is out on the 19th.
Yes, there's an extended trailer this week, isn't there? That's dropped. I would say a few familiar faces, but it's more like a few familiar voices, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
They do make an appearance in the film, though.
yeah, of course they do.
They do make an appearance in the film.
Of course they do, definitely.
That's the one. Outside the Wire.
One sec. Sorry, I'm just getting a phone call.
Yeah, Outside the Wire. I enjoyed it, but that was sort of the similar thing. Where they took a great idea and sort of just made it into what you would consider a lockdown movie, because there was just like a couple of people walking around for an hour on end. Yeah, Ryan Gosling playing Ken.
Oh right. I must admit, when it sort of dropped about Ghostbusters, and I was a bit like, oh, here we go again. Just because we've been burnt once already, haven't we? But I think the more and more I see the trailer,
I told you in my Ghostbusters video, mate, that 2016 remake one doesn't exist.
oh yeah, like it's like Home Alone 3 and 4 for me,
Yeah.
and the new one. Especially, I've not mentioned that in a few weeks. But I think the more and more I'm watching the trailer, the more and more I'm thinking, you know what? They've probably done it right this time. I think they've learned.
Yeah, that 2016 remake or reboot or whatever they try to do with it just doesn't exist, and I don't put it down to the cast of it. It was just a poor written film. It was just. I don't think they got the comedy aspect of Ghostbusters right.
Yeah, well, like I say, it doesn't exist, does it? So
no, it doesn't exist.
But there's a couple of good trailers that look great. There's some good movies on the way out. I think we've suffered enough over the last year with the lack of movies coming out or directly to streaming services. Hey, Richard's here.
Here he is.
I didn't want you getting lonely.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Is this like last week where you just nipped the loo and then you're just jumping on for 10 minutes?
No, you're gone.
Nah, she's on the phone, so I thought I'll bugger off for a bit. So the new film is going to be Barbie.
Wow.
Mm.
So there is no trailer yet.
He was saying it sounded like like it was going to be crap, but actually he's had the meeting for it last week and said it's going to be an absolute blockbuster. Ryan Gosling's playing Ken, so they've got some top actors in it. I've got to say, when he said to me, like, I wasn't like jumping with joy to go and watch it. It's not a bit of me, that one.
You just get me a live version of live doll of Margot Robbie will be all right, mate.
We can pop into a couple of shops and talk here and get you a blow up doll if you want.
We don't have time, mate. I'm telling you, Chris is going to be like, right, guys, it's 5 o'clock. Get up. You'll be here for 5:30.
He could be a proper
joking, aren't you?
He'll be like, right, guys, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock. You can now clock off for the evening.
He'll be a right slave driver.
Well,
I don't think he will. We'll be sat there with his bloody strap on going, watching us do all the hard work while he vlogs it over the weekend.
Just watching
running around with his strap on.
Yeah. He can walk around with his strap on with Steve's blow up doll.
Nice.
There's an image you won't get out your head anytime soon.
No, it's a bit disturbing.
So, what's your view on the 2016 Ghostbusters then, mate, with Afterlife being released next week?
The what? 2016 Ghostbusters?
The remake with the women.
The women one.
To be honest with you, I've not watched it. It's got Melissa McCarthy though, so it's probably funny. I haven't watched it. I want to see the new one that's good, the trailer.
Yeah.
Huh?
The new one. But I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the one with the girls in.
So here's a question for the chat. Have you ever watched a remake that's better than the original?
No.
Because Sharon's got a point. You can't remake a classic and get it right. Not now, not ever, because Sharon says so. So I'm interested to see if anybody can name something that's better than the original.
I can't. Footloose there's no way the new Footloose was as good as the old one. The new Hollow Man or the Invisible Man wasn't as good as Hollow Man or whatever it was. The new Flatliners weren't as good as the original Flatliners.
The original was great.
Yeah, I loved Flatliners with Kiefer Sutherland. Huh?
They tanked RoboCop, Total Recall.
Yeah, see, I thought that RoboCop would be good when you see the Robo suit. I thought it'd be good, but it weren't that great.
I actually sat and watched it again the last week. I think it was the week before. It was on telly, so I was like, I'll watch that. It's all right as a standalone movie, but it's not. It's nowhere near as good as the original.
It's like the. I know they sort of changed the name of the Jumanji with the Rock and that in, but even that you can't beat Jumanji with Robin Williams. I don't care who you are or how long you've been. I don't care if your name's like Steven Spielberg. If you tell me that the remakes are better than the originals, then he's in the wrong job. But I should be doing it. I should be doing his job, living in his house and have his bank account.
Did you see Dwayne Johnson wants to remake The Running Man?
I think they should leave it alone.
Yeah. He wants to play Arnie's character in The Running Man.
Because you've got Yaphet Kotto, haven't you? Yaphet Kotto is the black guy in it. I had a little miniature head, and I don't know. I don't think it was sold to me as from Running Man, but I tracked it back, and this little head, it had all the little afro hair and everything in it. It was what they put in the model, where they send them down in the parts. This was the model head from the model one where they do all the filming of it going down the chute. And I had that for a couple of years before I sold it. That was nice though from Running Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think remakes or reboots. I think the 2009 Star Trek was probably better than the motion picture.
I've never watched any of the new Star Trek.
If you would consider that to be a remake or a reboot of I know it restarted the movie franchise, didn't it? So I think the 2009 one was better than the motion picture, but then I think Rafa Khan was better than Into Darkness.
I went to see Rafa Khan when it came out of the cinema. That was a good film. But yeah, I can't tell you any remake I've ever watched that's better than the original.
I think for some like some of the stuff I've watched the remake before I've watched the original. I think if you watch it that way around, they're probably okay. But I mean, there's a couple in the chat. You got The Hills Have Eyes, True Grit, which I've never seen the original of that one.
True Grit, the original True Grit with John Wayne is amazing.
What do you think to films like War of the Worlds and The Day the Earth Stood Still, remakes of the 60s?
I didn't like, but I mean it was all right, but I wasn't overly keen on the remake of War of the Worlds because the original was just a masterpiece. The Day the Earth Stood Still, I suppose the old one was just black and white with like dodgy looking flying saucers and like just a big like model silver man. So I would say that would be, unless you were really into films, that would be hard to compare that to. I think people would probably say that the Keanu Reeves one was much better. But like, I don't know. I just think if it's an original film, then it's an original film. You know, if it's a remake, it's a remake. It's not. I just don't think they're as good. The Keanu one was all right though. Yeah, it still was all right. I wasn't overly keen on the War of the Worlds.
David said Scarface and The Little Shop of Horrors.
Was The Little Shop of Horrors a remake though, or was it just a musical version of the release?
No, The Little Shop of Horrors. I don't know actually because I found a DVD. It was a copied one, I think. It had the case and all that. But there is a Little Shop of Horrors, and Jack Nicholson's in it.
That's
in
what I'm
black
saying.
and white.
That's what I'm saying. Is it a remake or is it just a musical version of it? It'll be like putting
It's
the
probably-
Lion
it's probably
King
the-
musical on
yeah.
DVD. Isn't
It's
it?
probably the original musical version of it, I would think.
Yeah.
See, Sharon's caused this argument, and now she's backing down. I'm not having that. Stick to your convictions, Sharon. The only one we'll get a pass is Miracle on 34th Street, which I do love that movie, the remake of it, but shocking.
I mean, I could quite happily lay in the dark and listen to the soundtrack of War of the Worlds, the original.
I bought it the other day.
Yeah, it's amazing. I want to go and see the stage show of it.
The light show, yeah.
It's supposed to be brilliant because, like, the stage show, it's got like a big robot and it's got all the laser effects and all that. It's supposed to be really good.
Ocean's 11. No, you. Yeah.
I don't know any of the oceans and all that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just think even I don't know because see, I've always been a massive fan of Freddy Krueger, as you know, and I think when they changed who the actor for Freddy Krueger, that sort of put the thing. Yeah, that's cool. When they changed the Freddy actor, that done it for me. It just put me right off of watching any more of them. As far as I'm concerned, Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger, and that's it.
It's like when they remake TV shows. The one that popped to mind then was V. Do you know the one about the aliens that end up being?
Yeah, I never watched it. If they remade it, I never watched it.
I did love the original, but I also like the remake of the new episodes, the new series. But I don't think it holds the same appeal to me as the original ones did. But then again, I prefer about the I keep saying the remake of Battlestar, the new Battlestar Galactica, but it's not. It must be about 15 years old now. That the new Battlestar Galactica over the original one. I think it's more dark and grittier, but I think now I'm older, I sort of appreciate the dark, grittier stuff a bit more.
I mean, the only one I would say comes closest for me, film remake wise, which I could watch one or the other and be just as equally as happy. So my son's just coming in with a massive hot chocolate. It's not for me. Is that for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
Oh, sweet. Put it up there, bruv.
I took my passport.
Yeah, boy.
What's he after? What's
Hey?
he after though for him to bring a hot chocolate?
Oh, he ain't made it. My stepdaughter's made it.
I did make it. I made it with lots of love.
Oh, there you go. He made it with lots of love. Yeah, look, made it with lots of bullshit.
Love that. This is right.
The only film I would say comes close. Sorry, the only film I would say that comes close that I would enjoy watching just as much as the original would be it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he was Sharon, if I remember correctly. He was the one that got the girl pregnant, wasn't he?
Robert Englund was in V. He was the one that turned and went with the main humans.
He got the girl pregnant, didn't he? And changed sides.
I don't think he got a girl pregnant. I think what it was, I see the episode the other day. I watched it, and there was a couple of aliens that were pregnant and having a baby, and they escaped, and Robert Englund delivered the baby. Because, like, you see this little green baby, and like it's so pants just sitting in this like bowl in this gloop. It was like, yeah, that's quite cool.
I was just about to say then, like, slightly off topic. I was just looking at this because I picked it up the other day, right? I mean, it's a lovely set. It's a nice thing. I picked it up the other day and I've not had a chance to have a look into it, but it's got like, you got your 2 discs in it with a book thing. I was just looking at it then, and in the back page of the book, it says there's a definitive version you can buy. So it's like, you've just bought this, but actually...
Actually, you can go and get a better one.
You can go and get the other one that's 3 discs.
Honestly.
You like buying all the different versions anyway, so you'll just go and get it anyway.
One of the ones I didn't own.
He's got 4 of them behind him anyway.
It was just one I owned, so I had to pick it up. But I'm going to give that a listen to.
Yeah,
the Classic Double album remastered and repackaged.
So
brilliant.
You've sort of gone down a rabbit hole here that I didn't think we were going to go down. Soundtracks. You know, you're saying that you're quite happy listening to War of the Worlds and stuff like that. There is one soundtrack that there's 2 soundtracks that I could listen to all the time and time again. One is Gladiator and one is Blues Brothers.
See, I've never watched Blues Brothers because I've seen clips of it and it just does not appeal to me. I've got loads of soundtracks. Romeo and Juliet. I've got the Shakespeare in Love one. I've got Pulp Fiction. I've got Air America. I've got a load of them.
I've got a ton of soundtracks. I can't help myself when I see them, just picking them up.
The thing with the Gladiator one though is that because it goes really, really quiet.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, it goes into like a battle or something, and it goes boom, boom, and you forgot.
Yesterday.
Because you get like 2 minutes worth of nothing, and it's all very low.
Yeah,
I better turn it up, otherwise I'm not going to hear this.
Yeah,
it's too loud.
And then all of a sudden you're blowing your windows out.
Yeah. There were some good soundtracks. I remember as a kid though listening to the vinyl of War of the Worlds in the Dark. It was just brilliant.
I'd have to go through them one day. Go through my albums. I've got loads.
Yeah, I agree, Porkies. I love Blues Brothers. I wasn't a big fan of the second one, though, to be honest. I thought you should have just left it where it was.
I think Hans Zimmer is definitely up there as definitely one of the best composers.
Composers?
John composers. Is it John Williams as well, isn't it?
John Williams done Jaws, didn't he?
Yeah. He's another classic. I was thinking about soundtracks the other day. I'd like to get the one from Baby Driver as well, because that's got some really good
Yeah,
tunes.
it's got some good music in it. So was my son showed me it. Six Underground, is it called? Six Underground.
The
Ryan, is it Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds and not James Franco, his brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Steve will be rushing out to buy the live version of Barbie when it comes out.
I'm getting the 3D version, mate.
It's got Margot Robbie in it. I'm going to try and get a pair of her plastic boobs.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate you sending them to me.
Find the live version of Barbie with a load of wet wipes.
I won't be going near the wet wipes. I won't be buying
An
none of them.
amazing, talented actress, okay?
She's brilliant. I think she's
Speaking
great.
of which, I need to pick up the Suicide Squad because I think that's out this week.
That's the first one I actually recognised her because, as I said to you before, I was on the set of Tarzan and I looked to my right and there's this blonde giggling about with her mates, like, and she's looking over and I'm looking over thinking, I don't know her. And I looked over again and I thought, yeah, I haven't got a clue who that is. And I was watching the it's supposed to be a paddle steamer up on the African rivers, and they're all shooting and the effects are going off and all that on these docks. And yeah, it's only when I watched Suicide Squad I even recognised it was her. I didn't know she was.
Shocking.
Sorry.
I bet she was like, that guy up there, that's Night's Life.
Yeah, unsubscribe. I'd never ever seen Wolf of Wall Street. So
I've only ever seen it once. It's not a film that makes
I've seen it now.
I
Yeah,
like
I've seen it now. Yeah, I've seen it now.
Wolf of Wall Street and the one with Will Smith in. Oh my God. What's it called? He's a con man. Oh, he's not a con man. Well, he is.
Hey, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Stitch? Hitch?
No, you got Hitch, didn't you? Is that not the dating
Focus.
one?
That's the Love Doctor, isn't it?
Focus, that's the one. Focus has got Will Smith and Margot Robbie in. That's got some cool.
Dave Franco's in Six Underground. Thank you, Junie.
But that's got some cool bits in. If you haven't seen Focus, that's worth a watch.
So I watched one with that Michael Jai White in it recently. I think it was called Blood and Bone. Really good film. That I enjoyed that.
I tell you what film I was looking forward to watching was that Never Back Down 3.
Not seen it, sorry. I remember the original one, Never Back Down and No Retreat, No Surrender.
Yeah, they Never Back Down 3, but I've seen so many clips off YouTube now of
that one fight
scenes and extended fights. I think I've seen the film now.
That fight scene is good, though, isn't it? It really is. I like that guy in it.
I'll tell you what film I did see today, which was good actually, and I thought it was Mortal Kombat.
The new one.
Yeah,
it's good, isn't it?
I actually enjoyed it. That's another film I would say I could quite easily watch as well as the old one. It was a really good film. I enjoyed it.
I watched it the first time and I didn't think much of it, and then I switched my brain off and watched it for a second time and enjoyed it. But I don't think it's as good as its original. The original release. I don't think it's as good as that one.
No, I just quite liked it. The story, I like the story of it. There was more to the story in this one. They went more into that rather than all the like competition and the fighting and all that. You know, yeah. I just thought it was a really good film.
Yeah, I thought the characters like the Sub-Zero and Scorpion were really good in it.
They're talking about spin-off movies, aren't they, for Scorpion and Sub-Zero?
Yeah, but I think they'll just do a second one at the minute, mate.
Yeah,
you say Sub-Zero, I think of Running Man. That's the problem.
I'll tell you what, I did walk away from that movie a bit more of a fan of Scorpion, though. He was awesome in that.
That was the old fella, wasn't it? That with the thing.
Yeah.
The old thing on the chain. That was wicked.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good film.
The second time of watching it, I switched my brain off, and then I thought, yeah, okay, I can actually sit down and enjoy this.
I was packing parcels today, and we had the gas men in fixing the boiler. So I thought I'd whack something on the telly because they were drilling, and I just thought it was
Oh,
so
really?
annoying. The dogs were kicking off because, like, they just anyone that they don't know, and they don't do anything. They just sit there and bark, and they would drive me nuts. So I put Mortal Kombat on loud.
It's
I was packing
definitely,
parcels.
definitely a good film.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked
See,
it.
I've got fellow movie buffs in the chat that are saying Wolf of Wall Street is a good film.
Mhm.
After walking this morning, I watched Aqua Slash. Okay, that's a good movie.
Aqua Splash.
Attack,
Yeah.
Attack on the Block.
Oh,
So,
Attack the
silly
Block.
ones
That's
about
the
the
No, I was
London.
reading
That's the
that one.
London
I
one.
reading that one from Joanne, but I don't recognise the movie. But Sharon,
that's the alien one, isn't it?
what the Attack the Block?
Yeah, it's the one
Yeah,
about the
Yeah,
silly
yeah.
aliens.
that's where they. Yeah, it's where they attack the. They come down in Hackney and all around that area in London, and they go around killing them.
Yes,
I tell you which film I did really enjoy that was set in a tower block was The Raid.
I haven't seen 1 and 2 of that yet.
The Raid.
The Raid.
Yeah, The Raid. It's is it a Japanese movie?
Is it Japanese or Korean? It's one of the two.
Maybe Korean.
But it's the police raid a tower block and trying to arrest somebody, and the tower fights back, and so it's full of gangsters and
There was
stuff
something
like
on.
that.
There was something on telly this week, and they did it 3 days on the trot, and that was really good. It was called The Tower.
Mm.
Just an English. It was just an English thing on one of the English channels, but it was a really good program. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now what the raid, where the raid was. Not where the raid was, but what movie it is. Where it's Korean or Japanese.
It doesn't matter, Steve. We'll find it offline later. But that's a good film. I did enjoy it. Again, the second one, full of action, but wasn't as good as the story.
Yeah,
I don't like I said. I haven't got around to watching them. But I've got the two of them. The other one I need to get into. Oh, look at that! It's showing off. The other one I need to get into is the Ip Man series.
Yeah.
I've watched one Hitman film. I've not really watched many more. Assassin's Creed, I like. That was a good film.
Mm.
You liked Assassin's Creed, did you?
I did, yeah. Michael Fassbender, isn't it?
Saying that, I wasn't a big fan of the games, though.
I've never played the games. I just like film.
Yes, he didn't get it. Like most movies for games based, though, he didn't really get a good write up.
No.
But Michael Fassbender's a good actor, isn't he?
Yeah, I like it.
I just didn't find it enjoyable, to be honest.
Oh no way! That sounds well cool. Aqua Slash.
Aqua Slash.
Puts 2 swords in the neck and one of them. Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Aqua Slash. Oh my god! It's on.
I wish I did that in the water slide in the water park in Bloody Benidorm when he told me I was too fat to go on the slide.
2019. It's on Prime. I might have to watch that. It's on Prime.
Which?
What, Aqua Slash?
Aqua Slash, yeah.
Oh, it's on Prime, is it? Oh, I'll watch that later.
That sounds pretty good. 2019.
I'll watch it before I go to sleep.
Yeah,
so I can chill out and relax.
I have a routine at night. I put on Married with Children on my tablet and just watch the same episodes over and over again.
Is that comedy with that? It's American, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really into things like that.
But what's the name? Something Segal. Katie Segal, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not really into that sort of stuff.
I used to watch it in the 90s and then I put them on my tablet. So I literally, I go through stages. It's either that or something like Open All Hours or Only Fools and Horses, or
I like all Only Fools and Horses, Open All Hours, Dad's Army, any
stuff
of them
like that,
classics.
Brain Out, Brain
Yeah,
Off,
any of them classics.
Blackadder.
Yeah, well, I've never watched Blackadder.
You've
What?
never watched Blackadder? What's that? Lana's got a couple of those like series on DVD up here. What's she got? She's got some others do have them. Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, that's some others do have them was funny as well.
And then she follows it up with The Only Way is Essex and Mr. Bean.
Oh God, no! Oh, Mr. Bean's all right.
Yeah, but then again, she has got 2 pints of lager. Come Fly With Me. Yeah, she's got a bit of a strange taste in series as well.
Shabatron says he enjoyed Tomb Raider. That would get that game.
Yeah, I like the game and the film.
Which films though? Because didn't they do a new Tomb Raider?
Yeah, years back.
Some other girl's taken over from Angelina Jolie now. But
It was actually quite good, to be fair. I mean, it was a bit more serious, though, wasn't it? It wasn't like the Angelina Jolie ones where it was all sort of tongue in cheek.
I think I've got some film contacts. They call them contact sheets. They look like strips of film, but like it's on like an A3 thing. I think I've got some of Tomb Raider.
No, that's cool.
With because her dad was in it as well, wasn't he? What's his name? John. What's Angelina Jolie's? John Voight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got some with him on, and Daniel Craig, I think, as well. Funny enough.
So if you're chilling out of an evening and you want something to turn your brain off, what TV program from back in the day would it be that you would sort of shove on? I know you say you like movies more, but like if there was something that you could just shove on to chill out to, what would it be?
Probably Only Fools and Horses or something like that. To be honest, I've got to say, or yeah, I don't really watch series wise. They were good back in the day, and I watch them. But to chill out of an evening, I'll just whack a film on. Something that's gonna make me nice, calm, and peaceful. Like I don't know, some slasher film. People are getting their heads cut off.
I think we keep putting on like Men Behaving Badly recently, stuff like that.
Never watched. I was never into that either.
Yeah.
I tried watching Bottom again. I tried to get back into Bottom.
I
could watch the young ones. I never ever watched Bottom, but like the young ones were just class.
But to me, if it was just something to chill out, it'd be Taskmaster. I love stuff like Taskmaster and QI and
you're having to think, aren't you? Really, unless you're that bloody brainy, you're having to think about those scenarios. Whereas for me, I definitely need something of an evening just to sort of unwind and watch something that I've seen a million times but enjoy.
I just watch YouTube. I don't really watch telly, to be honest. So.
Do Halo.
Shabby confused me down for a second because he's put Stephen Jackson. I was like, well, what, am I meant to be doing Halo? Am I? But
the budget wasn't big enough.
Now they did do
Steven Spielberg. He's done the Halo series.
Yeah, they did do a Master Chief couple of series alongside the games, didn't they? And Forward Unto Dawn was the one from Halo 4, I think it was. And that was absolutely superb. The graphics for the Hunters and the Jackals and Master Chief himself was just brilliant. And it's a shame that we never got like a full-on feature-length Halo, and the series isn't going. The series isn't really focusing on Master Chief, is it? It's focusing more on the humans and.
I mean, he's in it. I know he's in it because I know the guy that made all the armor and helmet and that.
Yeah, but I think he's more of like a fleeting in and out character, sort of like running around in the background type of thing.
Is it out already then?
No, it's not out yet. But from what I've seen of it, or the leaks of it and stuff, I think it is just more of a. Unless that's just what they're showing you.
So, What do you guys make a Peep Show? Because I struggle to watch that.
Never
It's
seen
like
it.
a person thing.
Never
Lou
seen
loves
it.
it. I just don't get on with it. And we've got
Oh, James.
James said he likes to watch the US Office over and over again and Phoenix Nights. I love Phoenix Nights.
No,
Do you
he
prefer the
doesn't.
US
He
one
likes
over the
watching.
UK one?
Likes watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Only because he's in it after the other week.
Yeah.
The do you prefer the US one over the UK Office, James?
So I've never
Get him
really
on.
got into the second.
Get,
It's the
get him
US one.
on. Tell him to come on.
Yeah, let's put the link in.
Come on, you little wuss pants.
Oh, sugar, yeah, guys. Just remember, Chris and Bella on
Oh yeah,
the
9 o'clock.
JT Smiths at 9:30, aren't they?
Is it 9:30?
He's
Yeah.
probably tried to flog him 63 kilos of shit Disney American University t-shirts.
Cheers, Tori. Forgot about that. Jason T. Smith. Nice, Shabazon.
Yeah,
Shabazon
we'll be
doing something nice
we'll
with
be
you.
off before 9:30. Sorry, don't be worrying. Don't be clock
Over
watching.
run, he does. Just overrun him. It's fine.
Yeah,
He starts
Well,
out of attitude. It'll lose on subscribers.
but no, the I tell you what I've been watching on YouTube as of late, and it was Ricky Gervais doing the Golden Globes and stuff like that. You know,
What a movie!
it's an awesome film. Doing like the Golden Globes award nights and stuff like that. And
Oh God, yeah, he berated them, wasn't he?
seen some of the speeches he comes up with that. Each year he does it. He was like, yeah, do not invite me back after this one. And then the next year he goes, for some reason, he's inviting me back again. And it just gets
I don't
worse
get
and
about
worse.
the Americans. The Americans love having the piss taken out of them.
Yeah.
I
It
could
just
do
gets
that all
worse
day.
and worse and worse every year.
Unless
Literally.
you're British and you're doing it.
It's like that roasting stuff, innit?
Yeah.
That roasting programs. I'm like, they're literally saying you're a shit dad. You were never there for your kids, and you know you're an alky or whatever. And the stars they're going, hey, that's funny. It's funny that it's really great. Yeah, hey,
Yeah. Cheers for that. Thanks.
you're the scum of the earth. And it's like, honestly, yeah, that's fantastic. Hey. What the fuck? Little Steve just ordered Ron. What?
Don't know. What have you recommended for them to order?
I've got no idea.
Just ordered Ron.
Oh, RoboCop on Steelbook.
Steelbook.
I've got the new one on Steelbook because I got it cheap in CEX, but I've got my other ones up there.
So there's no show without Punch. Here he is.
I love him. Yeah, there he is.
You're right.
You can take that dress down now, mate. You're not fooling anybody.
That's the real one. That's the real Jerry Spice dress.
What are you doing?
Why have you sold him that one?
Yeah, it's worth about £1 million.
I'm auctioning
I
it
see.
off. I'm you know, 20 million. That's all I'm after.
You could
Cheap.
sell it to the set of the real life Barbie.
That's it.
How you been, bud?
Really good, thank you. So the answer to my question was The Office. When I was in the it sounds funny saying this. When I was actually working in an office, my mate was like, "Oh yeah, the US Office is amazing." And I was like, "No, it's not. I've not watched it at this point." And I was like, "No, it's not. You're chatting rubbish." I was like, "They copied it. There's no way it's better than the original. It was a masterpiece, and it's like British like comedy at its like pinnacle."
Yeah, finest.
And then throughout COVID, I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to give it a bash. I've got to say, I was so wrong. I was wrong on every level.
After halfway through season 1, Ricky Gervais started writing it with Steve Cottrell, didn't he? For the US Office one.
For me, the first season is them basically doing the English version. And then after a while, characters like Dwight in it and their actual personal relationships, they just span off it. It got past the whole receptionist falling in love with that guy who's in it passed that. And yeah, I think they nailed it personally. And if anyone hasn't watched it, I recommend giving it a big watch. You'll really enjoy it, and the final episode's fantastic. It's a brilliant roller coaster.
Okay, Jilly's not a fan.
But yeah, it was with you saying that. Then I think it was like the 2015 Golden Globes where Ricky sort of going, don't forget Steve Carell's not actually wrote The American Office. And Steve's in the audience and he's going, I will break you, because obviously he's given like the secrets away, and he goes, and if you want to watch the original, it's now on DVD release, and he's bringing all the DVD and all the merch out for the UK one. It's quite funny. But yeah, Ricky Gervais just takes no prisoners at all when he's introducing these celebrities, and you can see some of them don't even know who he is when they're coming on. Like they're just like,
no
clue.
That.
He doesn't need to when he comes on though. In all fairness, I've got you in my ears, by the way, so I can walk around the room and listen to you. He doesn't need to, and I think when he done his speeches, is that the one where he started slagging them all off? Because when whatever it is, like the Oscar nominations, when he brutally rips into them all, that's one of the best speeches ever. And the Americans are just like, yeah, and they have no idea. They've
got no idea what he's saying to them at the end of the day, hasn't he? And he's just going, I don't care, you know. When he's going about Harvey Weinstein, and he's like, you know, you've all been touched by him. You know, you've done that, not me.
I've got that downstairs, Max and Paddy, and I've got his Peter Kay thing. Yeah. Have you got the fitness DVD as well?
Yeah, I've got that somewhere.
Go lad.
Next to his Man United DVDs.
All my fitness DVDs are next to the food cupboards.
Yeah, I bet they are.
Oh, reach out for the cake.
Yeah.
Reach out. For
No,
the cake.
I just walk past them because the food's more important.
Look, we've established tonight that you don't even need to reach, and you get hot chocolate and marshmallows. You get it brought to you.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I do fancy hot chocolate with marshmallows now.
I'm a good dad, you know, so you've got to get looked after, haven't you?
Well, honestly, I'm not allowed any hot drinks after kicking me tea over the carpet before.
Oh God!
I did literally 2.5 minutes before we due on. He's like, "Oh no!"
Oh, yeah, it's funny how things like that happen.
I've got to thank you guys anyway for Richard coming on and licking his spoon, because I'm setting it up as my new desktop.
Well done.
I'm just sending it over to my computer as we speak. It's
Thanks.
The spoon.
So,
Good lad. Good lad.
So who's your guests this Saturday then? Are you having anyone on, or?
No, just having a bit of a chill at the minute.
We had Spider-Man on last week. Dave Keith.
Yeah,
Oh, mate. That was the quickest I'd ever seen anybody get changed from that to Spider-Man.
That was quality.
I'd spoken to Dave during the day, and I thought I'm not going to say nothing to James. I'd just have him on, and then just went live, and then I went, "Oh, I've got someone coming on to see you." I just thought it's funny.
But James was like, "I'm not prepared. I'm not even dressed up."
Yeah, he said, "I'm going to put my Spider-Man morph suit on." I said, "Yeah, that'll be blinding." So, because it was just going to be us last week, and then so I think this week just do a nice chill one. And they've just put out a new thing on StreamYard though. They're saying you can add people to your team.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier.
You can add up to 5 people, I think, for $9, and I think they can also then go in and start the stream and all that. I'm going to have a look into it because I can have one. I can have one for free.
Steve and I log on to the same profile. So last week we were laughing between ourselves because I was trying to share a comment and Steve was trying to share a comment, and we were both taking each other's comment off.
I saw you was both nicking it.
Yeah. And then when Chris went, "Oh, you could do this now, and it will help," and we're like, "Well, we both can do it anyway." That's how we've been running it. Because Steve just shared that then, and then what he doesn't realise is that when I go down here and I put this up, that he's like, "What's going on here?" Like, and that's just us messing about. But
I think the new thing, though. I think I'm not sure how this new thing works. Like I say, I'm going to have a look at it because it
Have
says
you guys
can
seen YouTube's announcement yesterday or the day before about like buttons and dislike buttons?
no,
Oh, go on.
They're removing the dislike button on all videos.
What?
So
Why?
it will be there. So the icon will be there. The icon will remain, and you can it still goes into the algorithm so that YouTube can monitor it and like work out how the rating is. You know, like someone's doing a video saying, "Oh, how to get rich quick," and everyone's like, "It's a waste of time." It still does that.
Really?
The whole point is that it's to kind of get rid of the cyber bullies, the trollers, because if they can't see what they achieve by putting their thumbs down, their logic is that they won't get their glory. It won't, it won't be shone, if you see what I'm saying. And it's almost like if you're going to hit the button, then you've got to have a genuine reason to do it.
Well,
if that makes sense.
I don't know who it is, but we get token 1 dislike every week. And
I get that usually before I even start.
Yeah, and it was just like, yeah, okay, it's 1 dislike, but I like the likes. I like seeing our likes go up every week. I like seeing the view, but we seen some average around about 90 odd views a week, but then we get something like 20 likes, so that's not so bad. Like per view ratio is quite good. I don't see what it's going to achieve by taking the dislike button away, because you don't know if you're actually putting out good content or bad content and whatever else.
So you'll still be able to see that when you check your YouTube videos. So if people genuinely don't like your videos, they can still hit dislike.
So you can see it from your side, but
you can see it from your side. So the button exists from an algorithm point of view. So you can still say, if you don't like it, guys, hit dislike, and if you like it, hit like, so we can make sure we're doing the right content for you. It's more to do with those that are purposely going on videos like our live streams before it starts, and you've got 5 thumbs down, and you haven't even said hello. It's just people who have gone out there to do it, and I think it's a good thing. If you think of another platform like Instagram doesn't have a thumbs down button.
No, that's true.
And also TikTok doesn't have a thumbs down button. I'm not on it, but I was watching. I watch. Is it PewDiePie? That's how I found on about it. He does like a news video, and he popped up and he was talking about it. And he was kind of like in 2 frames of mind with it, but I'm kind of looking at it from, there's a lot of small channels, especially in the reseller community, and there's some really good channels out there. I've actually got some really like trolley people that just purposely go out and dislike stuff. So
like you say, it's discouraging, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if you're just getting up off the ground and you're trying out to be on video and on camera for the first time, which is quite nervous, and you build your confidence up, and you've got that 1 dislike and you've got 10 thumbs up, that's 1 in 10. It's quite a big number. So you're like, well, what the heck am I doing wrong? And then all I would do is, and what I'm going to do on my videos is, if like someone's got some criticism, which I'm happy to have, I don't put myself on a camera and not expect it, but put it in the comment and give me positive criticism, in the sense of that I don't like the way you've done this. Have you tried this? So I can try and improve my videos.
Our most liked video was where I accidentally called us movie twats instead of chats.
Chris was doing a lot of advertising for that for you.
Yeah, when that went out, the likes went through the bloody roof, and I was like, what's going on here? Like, and then I've not lived it down. We met up with Andrew and Fauna when she came over to Chester to meet Andrew after drinking with Andrew.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, it went all right. And then she went, "Oh yeah, you're Steve, aren't you, from Movie Twats?" And I was just like, "Yeah, cheers for that."
You did not tell me that.
Yeah. She said, "You're never going to live it down." She said, "I've never met you. I've only ever watched you."
Andrew.
Yeah, she won the auction for a date with him, didn't they? And then they went into Chester, but we were in Chester that day anyway, so we messaged them and met up.
Weren't you?
We messaged them and met up with them at dinner, like. But yeah. But that was the first thing she said to me was that, yeah, you're from your movie twats, aren't you? And so, yeah, cheers for that. Thanks.
That's all I'm telling you. That's all Chris's advertising.
Yeah.
He was advertising it well for you.
Hey, like I said, we did so well off that, but it's just great to see that we helped where we could raise so much money. It was fantastic.
It's hard work. It's a long road, but if you enjoy doing it, don't do it to try and gain anything. Do it because you enjoy it, and by the time you know it, you'll be up there.
Yeah.
So I was just messaging someone about a Panasonic player, but I thought it was quite good because you're listing Phoenix Nights. This is my go-to test in the background to show it working. There's Brian Potter on in the background.
Yeah, that'll sell it every day of the week, won't it?
Yeah. Honestly, they sell straight away because they think they're going to get a copy of Phoenix Nights. I just put Phoenix Nights is not included.
I always put the young ones on my VHS, isn't that?
Yeah, you do on your VHS. Yeah, about to say you do.
I did have 2 copies of Phoenix Nights, but I sent one to CEX a while back, but I kept hold of the soundtrack that came in it.
Nice.
There's a soundtrack there with it for series 1 and 2. Brilliant.
Oh, by the way, Webcam Girls is my mum. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's why she comes on. She comes to say hello to me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we had that on ours, and he's gone, oh, sorry, guys, it's my mum.
So
there you go. Tonight's episode took a turn for the worse. We've got Webcam Girls, we've got Steve's blow-up doll, and Chris's strap-on, and Richard selling fake plastic tits from the new Barbie set.
It wouldn't be fake because I know if I can buy them, I know exactly where they come from. I probably won't sell them now if they're Margot Robbie's.
I think we need to look at thing, mate.
No, we're coming on to that time, are we?
Yeah, got another hour yet.
All right. What time are we on next week, Stevie?
Same again, 7:15 if we can, please.
7:15. Okay, guys. So we've got 1997 and...
No, 1977.
This was 1997, wasn't it? No,
we're on 97 tonight. We're on 77 next
Spy
week.
Who Loved Me.
And The Spy Who Loved Me is the homework.
Oh, what a film. What a film. We like a bit of Roger the Dodger.
So please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments and we do pick them up and we will reply to you. At some point, we will be getting some pre-records out.
Little one's in school now, so I've got no excuse.
We have got a couple in the pipeline, haven't we, little Steve?
Yeah.
Can't
wait.
Yeah.
Hello!
So we've
Richard,
got a couple
let's push him up. Let's push him up.
There
we go.
You could have made a duke for darling.
Darling.
Next week's 7:15. I'll schedule it and I'll do the thumbnail for it tonight, and so it'll remind you. We have got the Instagram channel now on Movie Chats 2021. So please go and find us there. Steve's doing his best trying to.
It's costing me a fortune to put pictures of stuff I buy.
Yeah. And we're going to try and get some content out on that as well. So thanks for joining us tonight, guys. And we'll
thank you very much, everybody. We really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to go over to Jason T. Smith's channel for Chris and Bell this evening at 9:30 if you get a chance.
Yeah, we don't do shameless plugs on this channel.
And don't forget these two guys down here on Saturday Night Live. Nice Live. Saturday Night Live. I'll see you all later. Great weekend.
Catch you all later.
See you later.
Bye.
All right.